Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in that tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. Today's an exciting day because today we are getting the skirting off, or at least starting to get the skirting off around the outside of the house. And if we can get it all off, or at least on the sides, we're going to try and get the tires back onto the axles, because they are off the axles and slid underneath the house, as I mentioned in other videos. That was required by the park, that the tires be off of the tiny house. I think it's that you just couldn't just drive off and not pay your rent. I'm not sure. Also, my insurance company required that the tires be off of the trailer. So we're gonna get those on if we can. If not, that will be a separate day. Keaton is coming over to help. Steph, the fellow that I had put up the skirting, build me the shed and build the front step, he's going to be here. The goal is for us to work with him so we can see how it comes off and get an idea of how to put it back on when I get to the other spot. But right now I'm going to pick up a few supplies from Home Depot and then we will get at it. It's a very exciting day. Hey guys, just gonna jump in and say, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I noticed that only about half of my viewers are subscribers. I just don't understand why. If you are enjoying the videos, if you're finding any value in the content that I'm creating, please subscribe, because it really does help the channel grow. It helps YouTube know that the content is valuable, and therefore YouTube will recommend the videos to more people, which is awesome. It's a fantastic group of people that we have here. This family is amazing, and everybody is very supportive. We lift each other up, which I think is awesome. So please subscribe and click that little notification bell so that you know when I post a new video.
Spiders.
The fact that you're willing to do that makes you my favorite kid.
I know. I will not drag a spider out of your house, but I'll deal with one to unscrew some stuff.
You're a good boy.
I know, but it's nice to hear somebody, confirm it.
this in like this.
Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put all this stuff in there.
Okay. Okay, so it took us about under 3 hours, just over 2.5, to get this to this point. So let me just show you around, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's going to happen next. So we got the skirting off, we got the framing off, except for just back there because the step is still there. Poor Keaton, what a good boy. He crawled under there and found the spider's nest and got all the skirting and everything off, so I really appreciate him. And so, yeah, now we're gonna have to do the blocks and all of that, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second. You can see the tires have been stored underneath, and they are stored under the house. We've left the shed on because that's going to happen not next weekend but the weekend after, to get this off. But we're leaving it now because I still have some stuff stored in there that needs to be attended to. And then here's how it looks over here. Ouch. Under here, you can see the intake for the fresh water. Can you get there? Yeah, that's where the fresh water comes in. Here's the plug-in. This is the plug-in for the heat trace tape that is going around the water pipe there, and also connects to the sewer to keep that all from freezing. Here is the sewer, the gray and the black pipes, outlets. Again, the blocking. Still plugged in, obviously. But if we look under here, we can see right there is the electrical box for the house. So obviously I will be disconnecting this and wrapping up this hose and taking it with me. And I've already scheduled for the cable to be disconnected by the day of the move. The back, you can see the sewer intake, and that the pipe has been insulated and heat wrapped the whole way. We've got the jacks back on back here. And like I said, the only framing that's left is this little bit here because we can't really get at it at the screws until we move the front step back a little bit. So we'll be doing that the weekend before the move. It's going to rain, which will be very nice because we need the rain. So I'll make this fast. So guys, that is how it looks. It actually went really fast. I'm surprised that it was under 3 hours for us to get that done. It was awesome for Keaton to come and help. And I really appreciated Steph's help. He's done a great job with building this. It's been amazing to see how well it was built and cleverly. And now I'm very confident that I can get it back together when I get to the new spot. So how are things going to happen going forward? Let me sort of go over the time schedule of what still needs to be done and when we're going to do it. So the only commitment I have between now and the move is the weekend of September 11th, where my best friend's son is getting married. And I am going to be taking the van and going to that. So I can't do anything that weekend. So the first weekend in September is when Steph and I and Keaton are going to be disassembling the shed. Now the shed, the way he built it, it can be disassembled in panels, which will be awesome. And I'll be really curious to see how that gets done. So we'll be doing that weekend. I mean, the night before, I'm going to take the plywood off of the floor and do as much as I can and screw as much as I can myself. But the panels are quite heavy and I won't be able to do that on my own. I'm going to need some muscle for that. So that will happen the first weekend of September. And then the second weekend, I'm at the wedding. The third weekend of September is the last weekend before the move. So that's when we need to put the jacks down, jack the house up enough to get the blocks out. So we're going to jack the house up, pull the blocks off. And then we're going to put the tires on. All 6 tires need to go back onto the axles. And Steph has a compressor, so we can do that. The mover, when he comes on the morning of the move, will tighten the lug nuts and also test the tire pressure and all of that. But the tires will be on. We are going to take that light off. That's the outside light needs to come off for transport. So we'll be taking that off. The overhang won't be down until the morning of, because I have to be able to get out of the house. I can't get out the door if that's there. But getting the tires on, getting the blocking off and everything is going to be a fair amount of work. It's going to be heavy. And so the 3 of us will be here to do that. Jamie will be here as well. So there'll be 4 of us getting these tires on. I am going to get a hitch put onto the van and going to rent a small trailer from U-Haul, and that's where all of this will be transported. So we're going to put the blocks down on it. I've got all the bundles of the siding that we've taken off from the skirting, and that will go on there, and then the panels from the shed will go on top, and then he's got some tie-down straps, and we're going to strap everything down. When we took the little siding pieces off the skirting, I did label them. So we've got three batches for each side, A, B, and C left, A, B, and C right for each section. Before the wheel wells, and then after the wheel well, and then for the back, the box that you saw that was around the sewer and gray and black water disposal, the sewer pipes, pipe, I guess, hose, that's also wrapped together in its own bundle. And then we've got all the wood framing that was attached to. It's all over on the other side right now, just in a pile, getting ready for the move. That will all go in that trailer. Originally I was going to have my mover bring it, and he can't take it with the house, so he would have to bring it on a separate trip. And I think that just getting a hitch on the van and renting a trailer makes more sense. It'll be more economical. I'll have everything right then. I can go and pick up the trailer the Friday night of the weekend before, and we can just start laying everything in there and having it all strapped down and ready to go, so that morning all I have to do is disconnect the electrical put that hose, tuck that hose away, and I'm ready to go. Get the cat into the van. That'll be fun. And then I'll be ready to go. So, you know, I feel like we accomplished a lot today, and I feel really good about it, because I was starting to feel like I wasn't making any progress, even though there really wasn't a whole lot to do. I can't start packing things up inside the house, because then I'm just gonna be walking around boxes for 4 weeks. So the week before, week and a half before, I will start taking things out of cupboards and putting them in boxes for the move day. On Tuesday night, Steph is gonna come and disconnect the sewer, because the gray water is also there, and the freshwater intake, so that I can shower and everything the night before. And then we'll disconnect all of that. And then we'll be good to go. So that skirting came off super easy. I really love the way he built that. He didn't actually screw any of that framing to the trailer. It was just all pressure fit. The framing was just pressure fit under the trailer, so it was secure. And then he did screw that framing to the blocks. So he'd have the framing here, and he had a little piece screwed it to the blocks, and that made it super secure. I've not had any issues with any shifting, nothing blowing away. That skirting was very secure. So that worked really well, and that was very clever. And so now I have a really good understanding of how it will go back together. So anyways, guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.